Good morning, welcome back. So it's still really foggy. I mean, there is outbreaks of blue sky ahead of us, but first thing this morning you couldn't see 500 yards in front of your face, but it is clearing, it's burning off. So the birds will have an R&R day today. It was a funny old race yesterday. I think the fog was a bit further up than what we expected. I think it was probably past Redruth. It was past Redruth because got confirmation of that from a fancier up in Redruth. But the liberation site was lovely. It was like that, clear sky. Had a pretty good race, really, returns wise. We're only missing the one hen, so we've got good returns. So as I said, they're having an R&R day today. We're all having a bath. They won't be going out. Good protein mixture today as well, just to build the muscles back up, to help with the muscle repair. So yeah, as I said, it was a bit of a funny race. That cock just behind that blue-pied, if you can see him through the aviary, he was our first bird back yesterday, and that's why we thought it was a funny race. Father was like, Christ, if he's first bird, then something ain't right. But only because he's been the last bird for the past 3 weeks. Our non-pigeon was second pigeon. We knew we was going to be behind, but we thought we was going to be absolutely, miles behind, but we wasn't. We didn't win the club, but we got 6th and 7th, albeit there's a 5-bird limit. But I think John was about 60 yards in front. But yeah, it is what it is. Well done to everybody. We have good banter at the club as well. Got there and had a bit of a laugh yesterday, which is what you need, which is what you want in the club, and it's been really nice and happy for the past couple of years. So yeah, the cocks have been flying a lot better, even though they've not been where we want them to be. They've been doing a lot better than the hens, which has made our mind up of going back to Woodhood next year. We will race the hens out in the young bird section. We're in with the 3 counties, so they will be going with the 3 counties. The hens, they'll be going a bit further. We will be sending the cocks with the 3 counties, obviously, as well, but to race the hens out and see what we can do with them. In youngsters last year, in young bird season, the hens did whip the cock's ass, but it swings and roundabouts, doesn't it? So next year we'll be going full Woodhood, only racing cocks, so that section there will be opened up a little bit more, just to get 4 more pens in. So we'll have 20 cocks for next season. That'll do us. It's not about numbers, it's about quality, and hopefully we can get some more races into the youngsters this year, because I think that's been the problem. We haven't given them, the yearling cocks, enough experience, because the yearlings haven't been as good as they have been in recent years. So they'll be given a good test this season. I mean, last year we did get into the comeback races, and we were hoping to get them into the final 3 or 4 races, but because of the weather change, we kept back half a team, which was no good. They could have gone to the first race, and we had really good returns. But the following week it was crap weather. We didn't send anything, so we ended up with 17 pigeons that didn't have a race last year. So we had to get rid of them. Yeah, so what our plan is next year is to get a lot more racing into the youngsters. The young cocks, we'll give them 3 or 4 races, and we'll keep an eye on which ones are doing very well, and we'll integrate them into the old bird team for next season. Albeit we are racing here, because if we're not racing here, if we've moved by then, we won't be racing old birds at all. But yeah, so as I said, pretty pleased with the returns. Obviously the results, we were a few yards behind, but you know, there's always room for improvement every week. So we'll see what we can do next week. It's 2 Honiton's, and then it's a Yeovil, and then it's a Maidstone, I think. But we'll be stopping short probably a race or 2 just to concentrate on the youngsters. With the roundabout also being me being a working fancier, and the missus does all the training, we can go a bit further because we have to wait 10 minutes. Usually we wait 10 minutes for the hens to clear, and then we'll let the cocks go. So with that 10 minutes, we can add 10 minutes onto the journey to get them to where we want them to be. So yeah, next year we'll be looking forward to next season with the old birds racing Widowhood cocks. As I said, the cocks have been a lot more consistent than the hens over the past few years. So we'll go back to racing Widowhood cocks. So yeah, it's turning into a lovely day. Look, that fog is definitely clearing. It's definitely a nicer day than yesterday, but we had a decent race returns wise. It was a decent race, so can't complain on returns. We could have done with a few more extra yards on the velocity, but that's pigeon racing. So there we go, guys. Thanks for watching. So like I said, they'll be having a bath today. Put some Jervit W in the water and a good protein mix. They can have an R&R day. Tomorrow's bank holiday Monday, so I'm not working, which is great. So I can get them out and train them. And we'll see what next week brings. So tune in for next week's live. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe and like and hit the notification bell, because you'll get a notification when we go live. Yesterday's live was really good because we had a good conversation with a subscriber on there on the channel. It was nice talking to him and the others that tune in and talk about pigeon racing and what have you. So there we go, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll do more updates on the youngsters. They're coming on pretty well, so we'll get they out later on. Albeit there's no peregrines around. Yesterday during the live, if you tuned in, you seen that there was a peregrine around. We had to get the starter pistol out and it buggered off after we fired a few shots. But again, that's a part of pigeon racing these days. Unfortunately, there's too many hawks in the bloody sky. But the youngsters are coming on well, so that's good. So thanks for watching. Hope you're having a good season yourselves, and tune in next week. Enjoy your pigeons, guys. See you next week.